Let's talk about the hard truth of promotions and how we all know promotions don't always go to the hardest worker. Promotions go to the person that communicates with clarity, authority, and leadership. Because all of us follow the leader that's able to influence the tasks and decisions we make within the business. And you are here because you are that person that's saying, I want to get promoted. I don't want to stay in the same role forever. I want to earn more money. And today I'm going to give you exactly some of the things you should be thinking about in order to make sure your name is mentioned for that next promotion. So let's start with this. This whole idea of my work will speak for me, gone are those days. We all know this. No one's Excel spreadsheet is going to jump out and say, she works very hard, she needs to get promoted, she deserves it. Everyone is just going to pile on more work onto you because you're the doer. And what you want to do is you want to become a person that's voice is remembered as. When she's in the room, we have direction, we know where we're going, she seems like an initiator, she's a problem solver. So the first thing I want to tell you is prepare to speak in meetings. Whether it's your meeting or someone else's meeting, prepare to at least say something. So what you're going to practically do after this video is you're going to go into your diary. You're going to look at what meetings do you have this week. Prepare what are you going to say? What are you going to ask? Even if you're not going to make a statement, ask a question. Show that you're interested. Listen well. Nod along. Show that you are engaged with the information that's being shared. Because the more you are a person that participates, even with just your body language, people start looking to you as they share their opinions to see whether you are in agreement or not. But it's all about switching on that value plug. See yourself as value when you enter the room. So prepare to go and add value in every meeting. And then you want to ensure that as you are speaking in that meeting, you are not speaking all over the place, waffling, here, there, nowhere. You want to ensure that you think about what you want to say. A trick I personally love to use, even in my meetings just with my intern, is I'd write down my 3 key words of what it is that I want to share after she's spoken. Because you don't want to interrupt someone or come across as verbose. So you ideally just write down your key 3 words that will guide your thoughts. So that when you share them, you're not raising your hand going, I think we should looking into the air. Instead, you speak and use certain language. You say, I recommend that we should take this approach to this project. That in itself already says, I'm certain, I'm clear, and I'm leading this room. So get rid of the ums, the filler words, the ahs, the thinking, and start recommending. Start speaking clearly. And do that by just putting your 3 points down that you want to share. And you'll already see how much more you feel in control with those moments where you have to raise your hand and let your voice be heard. And as you start speaking in those meetings, ensure that you highlight your wins. Yep. You need to brag a little bit. And I'm talking about bragging, I'm not talking about being arrogant and making it seem like the company wouldn't exist without you. What you ideally want to do is, every time you get an opportunity to talk about a project that you led that was successful, you speak to how it benefited the team or the organization. So not just the, I'm so great and that's why these projects are flourishing, but I did a good job. And because I did a good job, it's helped the team to be able to do and lift easier weights. So how you would phrase it is, oh yes, I remember that project that I worked on last year. I think it was quite effective because it helped the whole team to ensure that they can effectively complete the project in time. So here you are bragging a little bit, but you're not bragging intensely to the extent where people feel, wow, tell us what more about you is amazing. And also you're not feeling like you're trying too hard to stand out, because that's the worst feeling, when you almost feel like you're trying to prove that you matter, when in actual fact you should know that you matter. And by reminding people this, you are ensuring that you remain top of mind for promotions. Because it's not HR's responsibility to write down that, oh yes, last year Palesa did an effective project and that's why we will consider her. It's your responsibility to remind them of your value. Because if you don't tell them, who will? The last and final tip is, become a person that's solution orientated. You have to switch on that left brain. You can't be the person that always is great at seeing and spotting the problems. Oh, I have something to add. What is it? Did we see that the poster is falling at the front? Oh, I've got something to say. Oh, I just realized the client didn't get their package on time. You sound like you're draining the team of energy, because every time you're going to raise your hand, you're raising it with some negative thing that you saw. And leaders aren't the people that highlight the negatives. Leaders are the ones that look for solutions. You raise your hand when you think you have a recommendation, you have a suggestion. What's the next thing you would want them to do after you've seen this problem? And yes, I'm not saying your suggestion is always going to be the accepted one and the perfect one and the right one, but at least you came with that intent. At least you're thinking the right way. At least you're showcasing leadership. So ensure that when you do raise your hand to raise that problem, that you are the problem solver that you said that you are in the interview, remember? Let me just take you briefly through everything that I've shared with you right now. Remember, ensure that you prepare to speak. You have to prepare to speak. Your work won't speak for you. The ideas are not going to share themselves. You are responsible for sharing them. And then as you prepare to speak, you want to ensure that as you share with clarity. No, I think maybe we kind of coulda, shoulda, woulda. You want to ensure that you recommend and you state what it is with clarity, because that's leadership, that's influential communication, persuasive. And then as you are sharing, you want to ensure that you also remind people of your successes. You brag a little, but always making it about the team and the company and how what you did has impacted them positively. And then the last one, which is my favorite one, is that you want to ensure you solve problems. Don't just unmute on Teams to tell us the problem. What do you recommend we do about it? True leadership is showcased in how you show up as an influential speaker for the team. You become the spokesperson. So do this every single time. And if you enjoyed these tips today, I would like to share with you the 90-minute free webinar called Speak to Get Promoted. In this webinar, I dive deeper into tips, techniques, strategies that will help you to speak to get that next promotion. Remember, don't miss the next video. Ensure this by clicking subscribe as well as the notifications bell. Until I see you next time, when you have that promotion, goodbye.